Welcome to my channel where I give you the real blueprint from LPN to DNP. No fluff, just the real. I share my educational journey so that you can have a stress-free, smarter, and smoother journey as you elevate your career and education. So in this video, I want to talk about what I wish I had known before starting the DNP program. Okay, I've already started. I'm locked in. But what is it? So, when you enroll, they tell you start looking for your preceptor because that takes the longest process. That's the longest process, is getting your preceptor approved. Okay, so I'm thinking, I got you. I already have one in mind. I'll get it submitted. So I started in October. I enrolled in October. Anyone that knows me, that's been watching my channel, know that I like to do things accelerated and I like to move. I don't like to be stagnated. I don't like to pause. I don't like things to be pending due to me not submitting information. So when I decide I want to do something, for example, enroll in school, I'm submitting my documents. Quick. Background check, every transcripts, everything. Send. So, because I don't like to wait, right? I don't like to sit around. I like to be accelerated and move. So, I submitted my preceptor in December. Here it is, April. My preceptor site has not been approved. So I'm emailing like, what's going on? I'm making phone calls like, what's going on? No one returned my calls or sent me a reply email. But this morning, I did receive an email saying your preceptor site has been approved. Thank you. December is when I submitted it. So my advice is, when you have it in your brain that you want to start the DNP program with Capella, make sure that you are also researching a preceptor site, or make sure that you have a preceptor site, or make sure that you are submitting your preceptor site with the rest of your documents that's required to start. Okay? Well, of course, you got to do all that, get enrolled, get accepted, and then next step is submitting your preceptor site. So, like I said, once you got it in your mind you want to start, go ahead. Just like when you research schools, research the requirements for the preceptor site, and already start looking for a preceptor site and get that as if you are gathering all your paperwork. You got all this stuff now, the required documents. Now I also have my preceptor site to submit once I'm approved, because you can submit it as soon as you're approved with Capella. So don't wait. I wish I would have known that. So now the class, when you have to have your preceptor site approved before you start 9,000. 9,000 is when you start working on your project. Your project is you looking for a problem to solve at your clinical site. For example, mine will be usually when a patient goes and they're there for depression, suicidal ideations, whatever the case is, you have them fill out a PHQ-9 form, and that before they see this psychiatrist. Now, for follow-up visits, you verbally ask them, how are you feeling? How's your depression on a scale from 1 to 10? You look in the notes. Well, at your first visit, on a scale from 1 to 10, your depression was at And 8, where's your depression now? And they'll say, a 3 or something. So we're kind of presenting the PHQ-9 form, but we don't usually verbally ask all the questions. So I feel like that's my problem. I want to provide them with the PHQ-9 form to fill out at every follow-up visit. So therefore, we're not just getting the subjective data from the patient. The subjective data is what the patient tells you. By us having them fill out the form, we also have objective data. So that's the problem. So 9,000 with Capella, class 9,000, is where you begin working on your problem. So while you're waiting, at least while I was waiting, this is some more advice I would give to you. While you're waiting to get your preceptor side approved, if they haven't already approved it at the time where you start your 9,000 class, then you can see your assignments. It's like 5 assignments. You can see the assignments, so you can start working on your assignments. So the only thing is, the assignments build on one another. So the assignment 1 is your problem. You have to get that approved. So I'm a little confident, a lot of confident that mine will get approved. So I've started working on my other assignments. So it's 5 assignments. The first one is the problem. You get that approved, and then you can work on the other assignments. So when I do like to, like I said, don't wait, and just, even when I'm waiting on a professor to grade my assignments, I still start on the next one. I don't wait until I get a grade to start on the next assignment. I start on the next assignment, and then I look at the feedback from that first assignment, and then if I need to make some changes to the second assignment, then I'll make the changes. But I'm not just sitting. I'm never just sitting. I'm always working on a paper. Okay? So someone called, and I'm just hoping that the audio did not go out, because sometimes when you're recording and someone calls and then the audio goes out for the rest of the video, and I'm just praying that that did not just happen. But anyway, so 2 things: get your preceptor, have your preceptor already ready, or make sure you're always looking for your preceptor until you get a preceptor, till you find a preceptor and get that preceptor approved. So once you find a preceptor, your preceptor still have to be approved. So maybe look for 2, not just 1, because you don't want to play this waiting game. Say I submitted my stuff in December, my preceptor in December, now it's April. What if they didn't approve it? You gotta have a backup. And I'm gonna check and see if you can submit more than 1. I think you can submit more than 1 at a time. All right, so that's my first advice. And my second advice is, while you're waiting for your preceptor, go ahead and work on your assignments. And if you have to make some changes, then you just have to make some changes. But it's better to make some changes to assignments that's already complete versus not doing anything. So if you're in the nursing field or education, or looking to become a nurse, then this is the page for you. Follow, because I drop the gems. I have the blueprint from LPN to DNP. Nobody's sharing information like I am. You can go through all the videos on YouTube, but not one person is dropping gems like the one soon, Dr. Angela. But for now, nurse practitioner. Thank you for watching.